Hey everyone, this is Goku Sunday to Z. I'm trying a little new lighting setup for selective videos on occasion, so having super bright lights. Uh, Shows music in tonight, some retro wave. So with that said, this is going to be the first ever edition of what I call vinyl pickups. Obviously, this will be an off and on special mini-series of videos discussing about some records here and there I've picked up. Now I'm limiting it to no more than at max 5 vinyls. Why? Because vinyls aren't quite as commonplace to get a hold of, and two, the prices can vary relatively expensive. So I'm not going to be doing a ton of vinyls, just every so often, every here and there, a couple months or so. Just really depends. But for first edition, here are 5 recent pickups in the vinyl department, and many variety of music as well as artists, keep in mind, when I do these vinyl pickups. And my assistant, Cthulhu, will help hold things up, but the first is actually just a collection, if you will, of one of the all-time greats. And that is none other than Elton John, or Sir Elton John, if you will. But yes, Elton John, this is called Diamonds, which is a great collection total. It is 2 vinyl records of many classics. I mean, for instance, some of the classic songs included on this is Your Song, Tiny Dancer, Rocket Man, all-time classic of Elton John, Crocodile Rock, as well as songs like Saturday Night's Alright, Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, one of my personal favorites. Also, you have Someone Saved My Life Tonight, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, which is a classic. Also, songs like Blue Eyes, I'm Still Standing, Sacrifice, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, of course. That's well known for being one of the tracks, though this is his version. Of course, the song from the original 90s classic, of course, The Lion King. But with that said, I think this is a superb addition to any vinyl collection. Whether you're a fan of like classic like 70s and 80s rock or rock pop, which is more Elton John, but to me, he is an all-time class act, and I will always love me on occasion some Elton John music because I just love his flamboyance and style. But that is it for the first pickup. Next up, we're going to look at a recent Happy to Have My Second of 4 studio albums released by the band, and that is, of course, Ghost. Now, this is, of course, the album, or rather vinyl version, of their second or third studio album, which, of course, has many great classics, such as Absolution, one of my personal favorites off the album, Mummy Dust, great classic, and many other good songs. Total, the bass version of this is about 10 tracks in total. Yeah, relatively short, and then like CD and stuff, you have like the deluxe version, or you can get like the EP on vinyl, which is relatively expensive, believe it or not. But as a big fan of Ghosts, and wearing a Ghost beanie actually, but with that said, love Tobias Forge, love his style, and the whole mythos about Ghost, in my opinion, is superb. But this is a great addition, and this is not that expensive. You can find this on vinyl for about, on average, I would say like $24 is the average price for this on vinyl. The Elton John runs more around the range of like $30 or so, and you can find it at Walmart. This, however, I had to get through a local music store, which does get some awesome stuff, and I'm just happy. They also have a few, like one other Ghost vinyl, which I'm definitely keeping my eyes on. But this is a great another edition, in my opinion. Definitely great second to have still have two more regular studio albums to get a hold of on vinyl still. Next up is one of my personal favorites. I think, personally, I feel it is perhaps one of the most criminally, if not in my opinion, made the most criminally underrated studio album from, of course, my number three favorite rock band of all time, Linkin Park. Linkin Park is a classic band. This is an album which has gone back and forth pretty much with Hybrid Theory for being my second favorite. It goes back and forth between second and third place for me on their discography. But Minutes to Midnight is a superb, great, I think, thorough playthrough listen. I love many songs like Bleed Well, as well as songs like What I've Done, A Hands Held High. I think it's one of their more underrated tracks, in my opinion. Uh, I like many other songs on it as well. Like, it is a solid listen, and that's the thing to know when it comes to collecting on vinyl. I'm much more picky. One, because the price on average, you're talking 2 to 3 times the price of a CD or MP3 format. So I'm much more picky what I'm gonna get. So it's either gonna be collections or it's gonna be studio albums from bands I really love and I enjoy very much because, let's be honest, you're not gonna just get up and change every few tracks or some, because that's not how really, let's be honest, turntables or record players work. So you're going to want to listen to the whole thing through and you need a good album. And to me, this is superb, and I just, in general, I love Linkin Park's music, and for me, this is an all-time great record that I will always defend and I love. And if you're all curious, my opinion on this album, check out my album review I did several months back on it, if you're at all curious. But with that said, I am happy about this being actually my first Linkin Park on vinyl. Second to last, looking at something that is very shiny and nice. Believe it or not, I actually found this at Walmart. I cannot believe it. If you can't tell from the cover, this is one of my top 3 favorite albums. Yes. This is currently, and has been for the most part for a while, this is my third favorite studio album from my second favorite rock band of all time. And that is, of course, Green Day, the all-time classic band. And this is, of course, Insomnia. Great album with many great songs, specifically Jaded and, of course, Brain Stew, which is one of my top 3 favorite songs of all time from Green Day. And, yeah, of 90s era Green Day, this is easily my favorite Green Day album of the 90s. My 2 favorites are the rock operas, 21st Century Breakdown and, of course, American Idiot. But with that said, I am happy I have this. This is a special limited release, special 25th anniversary edition, celebrating the classic Insomnia from Green Day, and many classic songs on this album, needless to say. So if you can get this while you have a chance, if you have a record player and stuff, if you're a big Green Day fan, I recommend picking this up while you can get for a reasonable price from Walmart if you can look out like I did. Like, I went in there, I found like 4 copies of this on the shelf in electronics. I'm actually surprised. This is a superb find, and I'm happy that this is the first Green Day album I have on vinyl. Eventually, if I can find for a reasonable price, I will definitely be getting, of course, American Idiot, as well as, obviously, 21st Century Breakdown, Nimrod, Dookie. But I'm actually fine with this being my first edition, since it is my third favorite Green Day album. Nevertheless, last but not least, I chose, and I'm surprised, found a collector's edition, which includes special red version vinyls. And that is the concept album known as The Unforgiven, which is a concept album from, of course, my personal, probably all-time favorite symphonic metal band, and that is, of course, Within Temptation. I've had this on CD for quite a long time, and I'll just have to hold it. But whatever the case, this is a great album. In my opinions, this album has the highest highs of any album release that Within Temptation has ever had. The Unforgiven is a masterpiece. Now, this is a special, like I said, it's a special 2 vinyl release that includes 2 red vinyls in it. And it's specially numbered. There was only, I believe, 5,000 of these special editions released. Yeah, it costs a little bit more, needless to say. I'm surprised my local record store actually did have it, nevertheless. And as soon as I saw this on the shelf, I had to pick it up because it's pretty much gone back and forth being my all-time favorite from Within Temptation, along with their 2000 album, Mother Earth, which is superb, but I absolutely love The Unforgiving. It's a great concept album, many cool songs, amazing songs like Shot in the Dark, Demon's Fate, as well as Fire and Ice, and many others. And this version also includes like 3 special bonus tracks, exclusive to only this version, which is one of the cool things about actually finding this special edition. But with that said, I thought this was the perfect one to be the final of the 5 for this first edition of Vinyl Pickups. But with that said, I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe. Of course, this is Goku's son, DBZ. I was planning on doing this on the Goku Report, but I decided to do it here on my main channel. But with that said, stay safe and hopefully you enjoyed this retro wave in the background. And some of these tell me personally, are there any of these specific artists or bands you love, and do you love specifically any of these? Or if you're also into vinyl collecting, what are some of your personal favorite pickups and finds? But leave a comment, and I'll see y'all soon enough. And stay safe out there in this crazy world we live in today. See you soon.